Welcome to the Success Sensei podcast for anyone interested in success, happiness, and balance. We'll teach you how to be a black belt at life. And now, your host, former professional fighter, multiple world champion, entrepreneur, and investor, Robert Devane.
This is Roundhouse Rob, the Success Sensei, helping you to win at life one kick and punch at a time. Today I'm talking about, are you winning or losing? And this is episode 202. Welcome to the Friday Blitz.
The Success Sensei, Friday Blitz coming at ya.
Are you winning or losing? It's not an easy question to immediately answer, and you know what? It varies from day to day. It can even vary depending on the time of day or what you've just experienced, or if you're tired or if you're not tired. So how do we measure, are you winning or losing? How do we effectively think about it and adjust? Well, basically you do just that. You do actually think about it, and it's what you think. We're not talking about are you winning or losing in the eyes of others. We don't care about the opinion of others. We care about your opinion of you. What do you think? Because it's the only thing that's actually relevant and that puts the control in your hands of being able to change it for the better. So to know whether you're winning or losing, it is a hard question, especially now. I've said on previous podcasts, you can wake up one morning and you can think, you know what, life isn't so bad. I'm doing well. I'm winning. I'm all right. Feel grand. Everything's grand. I have enough. I'm keeping going. Everything's good. And then the next morning, absolutely nothing in your circumstances changed, and you can wake up and you can say to yourself, do you know what? Oh, I think I'm losing. I think I don't have enough. And it can be just opinion based. It can be chemicals flowing around your body. It can be the hormones. It could be, as I said, many different situations. It can be literally just tiredness, and that's mental fatigue, physical fatigue, spiritual fatigue, or just lack of sleep, or the lack of proper nutrients going into your body, or being dehydrated, or having an injury, or circumstantial, you've had a row with somebody, or you've gone through a little bit of hardship and you're just tired. So how do you actually figure out, are you winning or losing? And I think if you ask the majority of people, are you winning or losing, it's very hard to get a definitive answer. So because people don't check it regularly. So here's what you need to do. As I said, it can vary. So what you're going to do is monitor it. You're going to actually check. You can plot it on a graph. I'll talk about that in a second. But let's break it down and let's try to do this in as simple a way as possible. Remember, we keep it simple. It mightn't actually be easy to do, but let's keep it as simple as possible and hope that it is then easy to actually do. So we'll break it down into 3 sections. You could break it down into lots of different sections. You could go into relationships. Are you winning at losing at relationships? Whether that's family, extended family, or friends. Are you winning or losing at work? Are you winning or losing at business? Are you winning or losing at your, time to yourself? Are you winning or losing at your skills, your education, your hobbies? Basically how you spend your time. You could go into all these subsections, and if you want to do that, that's fine. But let's go with, I suppose, the main tagline of the Success Sensei, which is health, wealth, and happiness. Are you winning or losing at health? Are you winning or losing at wealth? Are you winning or losing at happiness? So 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. So 1 being the absolute worst that you could be losing, and 10 being the absolute best that you could be winning. So it's opinion based. You're going to have to go through it in your mind. You can use logic and compare absolutely everything to get to your answer. But where do you feel you're at between 1 and 10, 1 and 10, because your health is the first one. Where are you on that scale of 1 to 10 regarding your health, regarding exercise, how you're eating? I know it's a large area. How you're sleeping. How are you feeling in health? 1 to 10. The next one is wealth. Again, 1 to 10, how are you feeling? How's your emergency fund? How is your salary, your income, your side salaries, your investments, and your versus your debt? So between 1 and 10, how is your wealth? And the third one is happiness. How happy are you between 1 and 10? So hopefully you've given yourself a number. Now, when do you recheck? Well, you recheck, I would suggest once a week. You could recheck daily, just give yourself a quick number. And back to having a graph. If you do it daily, you've got 365 points on a graph. If you do it weekly, you've got 52, which is fine. That's absolutely plenty. It's totally up to you. I think monthly is too short for a graph, but I mean, you can go monthly if that suits you. If that'll get you motivated, you do it your own way. But when you see a graph, you will know if it's going up or if it's going down or if it's consistent. And if you're consistently over 6 in all areas, you are absolutely flying it. If you're under that, then you need to be thinking to yourself, what can I do to improve? Now, it could be in all 3 of those areas: health, wealth, happiness. You might be under 5, sub 5, and then you need to start thinking about, right, overall, what can I do? What little changes can I do to improve each of these areas? But you can't look at your life in a single daily or even hourly portion of time. It's not adequate enough. If, as I said, you had a graph of how you were feeling on a daily or on a weekly basis in front of you, it would be a hell of a lot more accurate as to whether you are up in those areas or down, and then you adjust. So anything that you think that you can do in small steps to improve that your health, your wealth, or your happiness to bring you to the next level, you try to incorporate that into that day or into the week. And it absolutely helps you to step back and to realize, something I've said to you lots of times in the past as well, that your life is a timeline. And when you're only looking at this small, tiny portion of your timeline, you're not getting an adequate enough picture. And it's hard then to make the decisions that you need to make to help your long term, to help your future and your long-term goals. So if you are getting closer to your goals, if you're even rising up slightly, and by the way, getting closer to your goals, small increments is fine. Tiny increments is fine. If you're getting closer in tiny, minuscule increments to your goals, you're winning. So if that's the definition that you need to know if you're winning or losing, then you can keep it as simple as that. Basically, just keep momentum, keep going forward, even if it's small, tiny steps. Thank you for listening. I'm Roundhouse Rob, the Success Sensei. Life is a fight you can enjoy and win. Bowing out.
This has been the Success Sensei, fighting the winning fight. So add us, subscribe, like, and comment. Keep those hands up and keep moving forward.